Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on getting some more de jure territory from Norway, and we're also probably going to end up putting together all of Great Britain here pretty soon too. I mean, we could go after this guy basically immediately. We don't have the greatest of claims, but it's okay. We could definitely go for, like, this coastal territory down here. Now, to be clear, we are allowed to go for this inland territory right now, under our rules, because this is de jure our territory. So that is legal, but we're not going to do it, I think, right now, because I would rather go after the petty kingdom of Dehwebarth, I think. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing here. Now, we need to hold these three kingdoms for a good long time. We're hoping that this guy stays alive long enough. We don't have a male heir right now, which is reasonably okay. I mean, we're going to have it split on succession here between our daughters. We'll see what happens if we get a male heir between now and then or not. Our wife is 47, so that's maybe a little less promising there. But our concubines are much, much better in terms of the age department. So we still have decent options on that front. No problem there. Apparently we can challenge this chiefess to a trial by combat. We're also not endorsed by our court chaplain. And we might want to replace that with, say, our niece. Well, let's sort by opinion here. Our half-sister. I don't really care that much. Actually, this half-sister is probably better because of her learning. Let's go ahead and do that. So she's much lower learning, but honestly, I don't know how much that really matters to the court chaplain. What we really want here is for her to endorse us. That's all I really care about for the moment. So we're going to raise up our troops over here-ish. Maybe not exactly here. I don't know. This is a little risky to raise them here. Can we get away with just men-at-arms? Probably. Although I would like to raise our special soldiers as well. There's only 69 of them left. They will eventually die out. So we're going to fight over here. Cool. And we will siege their capital. We're just instantly at 50% war score, and that siege will take a little while. We do have some siege weapons, but not as many as we'd like. Now, there is another thing that we have to do for the High Kingdom of the North Sea, and that is we have to not reach the High Medieval era. We're a long ways away from that right now. To be clear, like, we're a very long ways away from that, but that is a requirement for forming that high kingdom. So that'll be interesting. That puts us on a timetable. To be fair, we want to do it as soon as we can anyway. I wouldn't mind necessarily going after Brittany. Brittany would be a good location to go after, but I would like to get some of this cleaned up first. Going after Lotharingia wouldn't be a bad idea either, just to get this. So that wouldn't be too bad. We have another daughter. That's a lot of daughters. That's a whole lot of daughters. Okay. We can actually get more construction done over here, and that is a very good plan. I definitely want to do that. We should go through all of these and make sure that they are all either building or maxed out for their tech. This one could be building. Cool. That's a barony? Yeah, that's a barony. Okay. We can build here. Where else can we build? Here. Cool. And here as well. So we can get a number of constructions going. That's fantastic. So they're going to start sieging their capital back. They're not going to beat us in the siege curve, but we can go fight them soon enough if we wanted to. I'm not sure how important it is to actually fight them. Okay, these guys are commanded by ruler, but that gives us enough, so we'll just enforce our demands, disband our troops, and we will grant this out. Cool. So obviously we're truce to that guy for now. So next up we're going to fight Lotharingia, I believe. They have a decent amount of allies, but we can still win that. So that should not be a problem. We would declare on the de jure county of Shetland. And this will be a slightly larger war. So we will raise all of our troops here. Cool. How many total are we going to need? They have like 16k? Okay, that's not bad. So we'll raise like 20k. Cool. We'll head into Shetland and siege this, but we're going to be pretty low on supplies for a while. 100 piety isn't bad. We're known as a deeply pious man. And we could just become a pious liege? Theocracy vassal opinions. I don't know. We're spending a lot of gold right now on our army. Maybe we should spend some piety for some gold just to keep us afloat for a while. We are 2 direct vassals above our limit as well, so we'll have to keep that in mind. But we will land on Shetland, and this should not be a very long siege. Cool. Now, as far as where they're going to attack us at, I don't know exactly. But we'll just take Shetland. And then I'd like to move towards their capital. Okay, so Shetland is under our control. So we can move up this navigable river and land, like, here. And be somewhat close to their capital. Unfortunately, this is an awkward siege for us. Because we'd have to siege double there. So we may be better off landing here and then sieging this direction. Once we have that, we'd have to siege here, here. Okay, yeah, that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad at all. That puts us very close to their capital. Oh, hello. We see their army. Where are they going? If they're going to go to Shetland and take that back, I would happily fight them there. Yes, this seems fine. I would very happily fight them here. Cool. Okay, so we captured his son and heir, and now we're going to come back down over this way. We'll arrive there in 3 months, and we'll re-embark. Shetland is ours. Honestly, we probably only need the 1-ish siege, since we have ticking war score. We also see some forces over this way. That's fine. Not too concerning. We discovered a schemer. No shocker there. Okay, 3 months here. And are they going to re-attack Shetland? Or are they going to come after us? Either way, it's probably good for us. We'll see how this goes. 50 days left on this siege. They don't appear to be attacking over that way. We did just discover city planning, which is very nice for us, but we are going to... What actually became exposed? Do we not have an exposure? Oh, public works is exposed. And that was our fascination. Got it. I'm dumb. Okay. So we're going to grab Banis here. That levy reinforcement rate is very good, so we definitely want that. Sure, we can import as much silk as we can. Okay, we just got an inheritance here, which is not ideal. We're going to have to hand this out. And we are 4 direct vassals above our limit, so we're going to have to make this guy be the Jarl as well here. There we go. And we're still 2 direct vassals above our limit. I would like to do something about that. This is county level out over here. Okay. We can create this duchy here. That'll be fine. And then give that over to this countess. And 2 vassals would go with, and that should... That didn't solve the problem. Okay. There we go. That's a de jure vassal. Cool. So we're at 96% here. We will need to come over towards Lake Trier. I'm expecting ticking war score to end this for us before they get that done. Before they can siege and before we can siege as well. So let's go ahead and take... It is my domain for the time being. We don't want to go into debt if we can at all help it. And we can extort our subjects right now. And so we shall. 465 gold? Done. Now, I don't expect that city planning actually makes it so that we can upgrade anything here. I mean, there are some places outside of our realm that we could upgrade. But we're not too interested in that right now. Okay. We're 98% war score, and they are sieging this. 3 months on that. Okay. Ticking war score ends it, as expected. So we'll disband our troops, and this will, of course, need to be granted out. Can we de jure move him over? No. Okay. So what is the de jure duchy here? The Northern Isles. Okay, so we create that. That de jure goes to this countess here. So we will grant her that duchy. That didn't do the trick? I expected that to do the trick. Okay, I guess that's why. Awkward. I definitely expected that to solve it. Okay. Well, there is a Jarldom over here. What do we got for de jure duchies over this way? The answer is awkwardness. Okay. I always like it when the answer is awkwardness. We could create the Duchy of Lancaster. Grant that to this gentleman. And there we go. Problem solved. No problem whatsoever there. And I would like to go after... Oh, hello. Hi, Herefordshire. We can go after this guy. No problem. Get all of that. That would be great. Let's do it. So they're independent. That's absolutely wonderful. We're delighted by that. Okay. This is good enough. We're going to make our way up over this way. We can stop gathering. He's running off over this way. Awkwardness is ensuing, but we've got him. No problem. Okay, that's a stack wipe. I'm going to ignore these guys for the time being. They are not very threatening to us. Cool. Especially since we're probably capped here. Yeah, we're capped here, and that's led by Ronin, not their leader. Hi, pause menu. So we're going to head on over this way as soon as we finish up this siege. And we'll just siege our way towards their capital. The capital will end the war. That's fine. Not a big concern there. Sure, show in the Jarl. And remember, this is all de jure here, so this is all completely legal for us to take. What wouldn't be legal for us to take would be, like, this chunk of the Byzantine Empire. Actually, it would be legal for us to take, because there's a major river here. What wouldn't be legal for us to take would be, like, this. We can't do that. We probably don't have a CB on it either. Are they going to attack us here? No, they're going to siege this back. That's okay. Neither of those are commanded by ruler, so we don't really care. Well, we do, though, because they're going to take this back before we can take their capital. So we're going to have to attack this force. In fact, they might get this before we take this, which would be awkward. Actually, war's over. We're good. So we'll disband those troops, and we will need to grant these titles out. That will, of course, put us over our vassal limit, and we will need to create the Duchy of Mercia now. And that de jure would go to this earl. There we go. Cool. So now all that's left here in Great Britain is this little bit of Dewabarth. I would like to declare on them. We are still truced, so that's not really a particularly good option at this moment. We could take detailed ledgers to get ourselves a little bit more cash, and we're lacking in a chancellor. Okay. There we go. So as far as expansion goes, we could definitely go after Brittany. That would be a distinct option. A disillusion faction? That would be very rude. I would not like disillusion. That would not be good at all. Apparently our vassal was just seen leaving the chambers of our niece. Okay. Exciting stuff. We'll accept that and accept this as well. We're not really short on cash. I don't really see much of a reason to raid at this moment, although we could go and just raid for the fun of it. That is an option. Our cash is a little low, especially if we're going to keep these upgrades going. So maybe we should actually go raid. We can head over to Minorca. How's the papacy doing? I find raiding the papacy to be the most fun thing, but they need more time to recover, it looks like. They have a little bit there. I wouldn't mind raiding the Byzantines. That'd be hilarious. They only have 11,000 troops. Let's give it a go. I did see a post on a comment a while back saying that they weren't able to raid Constantinople. We'll see what happens with that. I'm going to try it. Maybe there was some weird extenuating circumstances, or maybe there's a weird special rule about Constantinople. Regardless, I want to give it a go. So we're going to raise all of our raiding forces. Yes, we're going to be negative in cash, but I want to try to raid Constantinople. What could possibly go wrong here? A lot is the answer. There's a lot that could go wrong. But let's see how this goes. Pays 15 gold? Yes, I accept that. Irrigation, huh? We'll do a ditch and soil network. An aqueduct sounds expensive right now. Okay. Unforeseen difficulties, huh? Only a 38% chance of success? Oh, actually, the project would continue. Actually, it finished. We won the 38% roll. And we are raiding Constantinople. Beautiful. So that's 140 loot right there. I would like to raid, like, towards Greece, I think. Beautiful. There's currently a dangerous faction. That's not hugely shocking. What do they got going on? Liberty? No thanks. How about our half-sister? There we go. That'll do. Cool. Have we had a son yet? No, we have only daughters at this moment. Well, that's certainly very awkward, but there are still options. Okay. This ransom is acceptable. And we will just continue to raid along the coast here for now. Very valuable raiding. Especially as we start to get down, like, over this way. 81 there. That's a lot. So we're going to come back around. Slightly awkward route, but that's okay. Cool. We could raise a runestone. I don't see a reason to do so right now. 49 gold over this way. And 31 and 9. That's not a lot. Our concubine is bearing our child. Hopefully this one will be a male child, because that way, like, I don't really care if our heir is a female child. The reason I would prefer a male child right now is so that we don't have to disinherit these three to keep it all held together. That would be the preferential way to go. Because disinheriting is expensive, and I'd rather not do it. So that would be nice. We're going to keep heading over this way. We can continue to raid all throughout here. We are going to be running out of supplies very soon. This is quite a ways away from our raiding base in Minorca. So that's definitely something to consider. Okay. So we will... Oh, no, I don't... Okay. Pop-ups constantly, but that's fine. We're going to head up over here. We are out of supplies at this point. So we should probably consider halting our raid. I'm just going to raid this spot here, and we're going to head home now. It's not the most profitable raid we ever saw, but now we know that raiding Constantinople is a possibility. So we're going to get out of here. We can see that they're raising up their troops and coming after us as well, which is indicative that it's time to go. So we're out of here. Fantastic. We'll grab War Profiteer, even though that's not going to be super helpful for us at this moment. It might be helpful a little bit later on. And there's a son. Perfect. Now, if we have no further sons, that would be ideal. If we do, awkwardness could ensue. But we'll put these guys down. Get our loot there. And then we'll let our troops replenish a little bit. Okay, do we have any more upgrades that we can do over this way? I do see that we have that faction brewing up. We'll see what ends up happening with that. We may end up wanting to fight it, actually. I think that may be our best bet. And it's gone. Never mind. It may be back, but it's probably gone because we put our troops down, is my guess. Purchasing a truce. Who is this guy? Oh, that's this guy again. Yeah, I accept that. I don't plan on fighting him anytime soon. So that should be good. We don't really have any further upgrades to be done over here for the moment. Although this will be ready to go very soon. So that's fine. Sure, 440 gold is okay. Okay, let's get those farms and fields going and continue to improve our income. That is very, very vital at this moment because cash is a bit of a concern for us, at least while we're at war. When we're not at war, we can always raid for whatever cash we need, so that's not that big of a concern. Oh, we're not actually going to have an additional upgrade here. That'll be fine. Okay, what else can we do here? Oh, hey, we got public works. So we will go ahead and hop into here. So that gives us more development that we can get more quickly. We're currently exposed and fascinated to Banis. I feel like that's overkill, and we don't need both of them there. So instead, we're going to hop over to the early medieval era and start working on battlements to be able to upgrade our castles. We need battlements, burrs, manorialism as quickly as we can. No, get out of here, you jerk. And I wouldn't mind going after Deheubarth. We're no longer truced, so that would be nice. Invading Kingdom is completely pointless here for 2 counties. Sadly, oh, we can get both. It's very expensive in the prestige, but I like it. For some reason, I was thinking we'd have to do 2 wars, but nope, this is all good. So he's got access to 900 troops. That feels very minuscule. Seems like he was like 6k before. Okay, that's a little bit more like it. 5 months on this siege. And the question is, where's that ally of his? Oh, this is Lotharingia. Okay. I don't really care about Lotharingia. I don't think they even get here before we finish this siege. And we could potentially end the war with this siege. We'll see how that goes. Men-at-Arms maintenance reduction is always nice. Is that commanded by ruler? It is. So we're going to have to go after that just as soon as we finish this up. 20 days. Should be fine. He is embarking. Okay. So the reason that we didn't finish that was because he's leading that off over this way. But that's okay. Since they're embarking, we can't really catch them. So instead, we're just going to make our way up over to here and finish the war that way. No problem. Lotharingia still hasn't shown up yet. We've got 4 months, and this is the only war that they're in. But I feel like Lotharingia is mostly not going to show up. I guess we'll see. So that'll be fine. Oh, hello. They did show up. But I think we win this siege race. Yes, we absolutely win this. So we don't need to fight Lotharingia. We win as is. We disband those troops. And there we go. All of Great Britain is under our control. Beautiful. So at this point, I mean, literally the only thing we need to do as far as our larger goals go for right now is we need to get all of this done. I mean, dismantling the papacy would be funny. That's definitely something that we could do. Oh, look at that. The papacy actually has quite a bit more territory up this way now. Cool. More places to raid. So we might want to go after Corsica at some point too. We could do our kingdom invasion on Corsica if we wanted to. However, huge amounts of Aquitaine would be wasted by our coastal rule if we were to go after Aquitaine. This would be funny, to be fair. But most of this we would have to release, which would be a complete waste. So, with that in mind, the Byzantine Empire would be funny. We could go after, like, the Kingdom of Sicily. Only Benevento would need to be released if we did that. Everything else here is coastal. Bulgaria is basically entirely illegal for us. So that would be an option. That would also get us some raiding bases a lot closer to over here. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we'll figure out where we want to do those invasions. That'll be very interesting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.